This video comes from a recent live teaching session that I ran. The pacing's slightly different. It's more in the moment, but you'll see exactly how I build a double exposure starting in Nik Analog and doing a little bit of tweaking in Photoshop. It's about understanding the tools and not being afraid to experiment and play creatively. How do you use a double exposure? But what I've found when I've been playing is I think, oh yeah, I'm going to use a double exposure on this. But what I'm looking at now is that there's a lot of there's negative space on the right-hand side, but not on the left-hand side. And so what I would do now if I was going to use this as a double exposure is I would extend the canvas on the left-hand side. I'm going to duplicate it, and then I'm actually going to flip the image, and that may work for a double exposure. So what it is just getting your image ready before you start playing in with Nik. And they're the things that I learnt the hard way. I thought, yep, this will work, but it didn't. So now what I'm going to do is go into Nik. Now I'm working on Nik Collection 8. So it's like a plug-in. I've got all the panels over here on the right-hand side. If you're working with Nik 7, obviously you've got to go up to Filter and choose the different filters in there. So I'm going to go Analog, and I'll open it up. And this is where you start to play. Now, I've already set it to double exposures. We'll just drop that down a bit. And all I do is click on one filter, and I go, oh, I quite like that. Maybe that's what I'm after. Maybe I'm after this. And this is where there's no hard and fast step 1, step 2. It is just about playing. Let's have a look at that one. And I think actually I quite like this. Now this is where we're all different. Our creative eye is different. What we want, what pleases us. So you have to play. But this is where it starts to get interesting. Over on the right-hand side, I've got a lot of these choices here. Blur strength, highlights, the aperture shape. I can come in here and choose a different light leak. I can come in here and choose a different film tone if I want to go and click on that. Now that to me is quite arty, and I think, oh, that can work. So it's already done the hard work for me as a double exposure. But what I'm going to do now is play with it a little bit and see what I can get with it. So we'll come up a little bit, and just here you've got balance. And if I just move that around a little bit, I sometimes will see a change. But what I do like now, once I click on balance, I get the middle crosshair and I start moving that image that they turned into a double exposure. So let's say I want to go there. I can rotate it. I can drop it down. I can actually make it bigger or smaller. Let's say I come in. Now that's where you start going, oh, I've pushed the boundary a bit too much. So I'm just going to bring it out. And I might even move it down here. Now what I've got to do is start thinking, well, hold on a minute. Let's click on this image here under the balance and see if I can get a different look. And this is where you just play and see what you can get. Let's have a look. I can change the light leak. Let's say that I'll change that just down here, and it gives a different lighting effect. And I'll just click and see what it does. Now, this one, I get a little bit more of the magenta tones coming in. And this is what I call a stock standard, basically a double exposure. It's easy to do. It's now what do I want to play with? And I thought I'd show you that. Can you see how I just maneuvered that around and just played with it to see? because I found that when you clicked on the image, you didn't get that, like what I call the transform box. So as soon as I clicked on the balance, then I could get that transform box and move it around a little bit. I can add another image to this. Now with Nik, it only allows you to put one more image in. So your first image or first photo will be the double exposure. Then what you can do is add another image to it, and then we can play. So let's come in and start playing with this now and see what we can do with it. So I quite like this. This has got the tones in here. And then I can start to play. Now, I'm going to come up here where it says double exposure on the right-hand side. There's a plus sign. So I click here, and then I can come in and choose another flower. Let's say I'll come in, and I might want to choose this one. We'll play. I don't know if it's going to work, but that's the exciting part. So I'm going to go open. Now have a look what it's done. It's put it over the top. But what I want to do is start playing with that image. So what I'm going to do is drop the exposure. Does it get there? Do I get what I want? Do I change the light leak? Do I come down here and start playing with the film type? Now, because I put that image over the top and I've played with the controls, that image sometimes disappears. I don't know why. So I go in, I go, okay, maybe that one wasn't a good one to choose. So now I'll come in and choose this one. Now have a look at what I've got. Something totally different. That's what I was talking about, playing and just experimenting. So I'm going to come up here, move that around, position it. I get a totally different look. And so I'm just positioning. I might play with the blur strength. I might play with the bokeh, the aperture shape. This is where you just come in and start experimenting with it. I could actually add more grain. I could get some more hardness in there. But hold on a minute. I wonder. Let's go over and change now the filter. And I'll come in and start looking at what I can get. Have a look at that. But let's have a look now. I've lost that second image. So again, I have to come in. I'll go and choose that one. I'll go open and I position it. I might position it down there. I might rotate it a little bit to give an angle. I'll move it up. This is where it is playtime. And then what I'm going to do is go apply. And let's have a look at what it comes up with. Now, this is where once I've got that double exposure, I can duplicate this layer, or I can start playing with color grading, curves, levels, LUTs. It depends on what I want to do. Let's experiment. Let's duplicate that layer and then add a blend mode. And let's see what I get. Look at linear burn, totally different. This is what I'm calling more the arty style. Let's go down to luminosity. Oh, luminosity is interesting. Then I'll drop the opacity. And then I think, yep, do I want to add a texture? Do I want to do what I call a merge layer, Control-Alt-Shift-E, and do another double exposure? It's about pushing the boundaries and experimenting.